What is up, guys? MiniBean75 here, and today I'm back with another episode of Minecraft Creations. This, guys, is going to be this Millennium Falcon from Star Wars. I decided that I'm going to start kind of a new series where I'm just going to build some Star Wars ships, really because they're really cool and I've never done them and they're kind of a challenge. So it's going to be something that's going to be really fun for me to make, and hopefully they're going to look good and be really fun for you guys to see and eventually download. So basically, this is the Millennium Falcon. I'm assuming everybody knows what the Millennium Falcon is. If you don't, it's a ship from Star Wars. Han Solo owns the ship for the majority of the part. It shows up in like 4 movies for sure. I don't remember if it showed up in the last movie. I don't think it did. So 4 movies for sure where you can see this ship. The ship is really cool. Basically it's a cargo ship, but Han Solo uses it because he's a smuggler, so it's really good for smuggling. And it's a really big ship, but surprisingly, it's really fast. So that's one of the cool parts about the ship, and obviously it's by far, I would say, the most famous ship from the show, or from the movies. So anyway, guys, here's what the outside of the ship looks like. I'm just going to kind of bring it around here. Then I'll kind of show you a few different points of the outside of the ship, what different things are, and then basically we'll go down into the ship, and I'll show you guys the interior of the ship as well. But yeah, so I'm really happy with how it turned out. It didn't take me too long to build, but I think it looks really good. Obviously, there are a ton of people that have done this on YouTube before, but I wanted to make my own rendition of it. I think it looks really good. I'm definitely curious to know what you guys think about it. So yeah, anyway, here's what the outside of the ship looks like, guys. Basically, we're going to start at the front. These 2 front wings right here basically are actually made, because like I said, it's a cargo ship. They're actually used to hold these giant cargo tanks where it would actually, hook in up in this general region, and then they would actually carry it. In the movies, you don't actually see them use it, but I did some research, and I actually found out within Star Wars lore, that's what these ships are actually used for. But there's these big wings up front, and they've got a couple big air vents in the front. That's what these big black sections are right here. And then obviously we've got some different, basically a bunch of just mechanical stuff in these front wings on the sides. Basically on the side of the real ship, basically there's a ton of different stuff like that. We got a couple lights in the front, and then just more stuff on this side as well. Over here we've got a big satellite dish. This is basically going to be used for communications and stuff like that. We've got a turret at the top. Actually, there's another turret that eventually gets put in the bottom, but because I have the ship landed on the ground, I didn't put that turret in. But basically, this is where this turret's going to be. We've got a couple more air vents here. These 2 big white sections on each side of the ship are actually going to be the escape pods, because obviously in Star Wars, they get used, escape pods get used from time to time. We've got another vent here. The red basically is just different red painting. I'm not sure exactly if that has any real significance or the fact that it just kind of makes it look pretty badass. But that's what this section is going to be here. This section, basically there's a section on the top and the bottom. This, I'm assuming, is just more for like some shielding and whatnot, basically. And then there's going to be like some moving parts and stuff underneath it. I'm assuming where it would actually connect to those big cargo tanks, I'm assuming that has something to do with it too. But this is just like a raised up section. Obviously the center section's raised, and then where it goes out to each escape pod, that section's raised. And then back here, we've got 6 air vents. That's basically going to be because the engine is actually going to be pretty much right down right here. And obviously there needs to be some air vents for that because it's going to be a big engine to, fly this entire ship. Then we've got some different little light up sections here, just more for exterior looks. It looks pretty cool. Then there were 4 little slight little wings in the back. I'm not sure exactly what their function was, but it just helped to make the outside look much more authentic. It looks really good. If you've never seen the ship, definitely Google it. It's pretty badass how the ship looks, and I would say mine looks pretty spot on. I'm really happy with it. And then this little section that sticks out here is actually going to be where the cockpit is. So that's one of the cool things too about this ship, is it's so unorthodox. Most ships, you'd assume the cockpit would be in the center, and this one's way over here. So when you're sitting in the cockpit, and I'll show you when we get in there, you literally can't even see like most of the ship, but it looks pretty cool. So anyway, let's head down here to the ground. This is going to be where we're going to walk in. This is basically going to be a platform that lowers and raises. Basically, we're going to walk in here. Here's going to be our initial look inside. This over here is going to take us to the cockpit, so we're just going to walk over here. And this is what the cockpit's going to look like. So like I said, if you're sitting in the cockpit and you're flying it, that's about as much of the ship as you can see. So it's pretty big. But yeah, this is going to be the cockpit. The cockpit has 4 seats. Basically, we've got our 2 main pilots here, and then we've got the 2 people in the back that are going to be running other controls and stuff like that, because it's a pretty big ship. It's got a lot of different stuff you can do. So yeah, And then basically within this big center hallway here that basically goes all the way around, it's just like a big circle that goes around the center. This would actually have a bunch of hidden compartments and stuff. Most of these ships wouldn't, but the Millennium Falcon did because Han Solo basically had these put in for smuggling. You actually get to see this. I know for sure you see this in The Force Awakens. I don't know if in the original trilogy if you ever really saw anything like that. I don't think you did. But if you did, my mistake. I'm actually going through rewatching the Star Wars movies now. So that's kind of what gave me the inspiration to do this. Here we've got a little control panel here. Over here, we can walk into this little section here. This is where you would actually climb a ladder. And this is actually where you would control the turret. So you'd sit here, and you're going to be controlling that turret there. So, and there's obviously going to be a video screen here and whatnot, so you can kind of see what you're shooting at, because there's going to be targeting systems and stuff that are going to be kind of pointing you in the right direction. And then if we fly back here, this is basically going to be where our cargo area is for the most part. This is going to be another cargo area. There's actually, this back area would actually have some, a generator or something along those lines. I know there's going to be people down in the comments who are going to know this ship like the back of their hand. I don't. I actually learned a lot about this ship building this, but mine probably won't be 100% perfect, but I still think it looks pretty good. Like I said, we'll have some more storage here. There are going to be sections of the ship that you're not actually going to be able to see, because that's just going to be where there's going to be different parts and whatnot. Here's going to be a small little bunkhouse that's basically got 3 bunks in it. Back here is actually going to be one of those spots. This would actually have some different mechanical stuff within it. Like I said, like a hyper generator or something along those lines that would be in there. Here's going to be where the main engine core is, right there. So that's what that looks like. I think it looks pretty cool. That isn't going to be 100% accurate, obviously. I kind of was just spitballing there because it's kind of hard to see different pictures of some of this stuff. So you kind of got to, go with your instincts and kind of figure out what you like and what looks good. Here's going to be a kitchen section, kind of a lounge section. I think actually right here there was a bunk, but I didn't put that in. Basically, there's, like I said, a little spot to sit there with a little table, kind of a spot where you can kind of sit and chill. Over here is going to be a hallway that's going to take you into one of the escape pods, and this is basically just going to be your typical little pod. Basically, it's going to shoot off from right here. This would obviously close and seal, and then you just get sent out that way. And then we'll head back over here. I actually want to show you the other escape pod. It looks literally the exact same pretty much, but basically once the actual this section would actually raise up when you'd fly away, you'd be able to walk right across here. And then basically we'd go in here, same thing, just a little escape pod, nothing too crazy there. And then we're going to head over here. This is basically where basically the rest of our beds are going to be. There's going to be a few different rooms here. Here is going to be another little storage section back there. There's actually a crawl space that gets put in here. I didn't do anything with it because obviously in Minecraft I can't crawl in a 1 block high section, but there is a crawl space there to go inside one of the wings. Here is going to be one of the rooms. We missed a room right here. They all look the same. It's just, it's got a bunk, it's got a sink, and then I put a toilet in it because after doing some looking, I don't think there's anywhere really where there's like a toilet in this ship, but I mean, I guess they don't go to the bathroom in Star Wars. But yeah, so this is what it's going to be, guys. I think that is all the rooms. For being small, it's still kind of a maze, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think we got everything there. So we're going to head back outside. And yeah, this is going to be the Millennium Falcon, guys. I think it looks absolutely awesome. I'm definitely curious to know what you guys think about it. Let me know if you're a big Star Wars fan. Let me know in the comments what your favorite Star Wars movie is. That's obviously one of the big things that people always debate about, what the best Star Wars movie is. And I'm a person, I'll tell you right off the bat, I am not with the majority whatsoever. My favorite Star Wars movie by far is Episode 3. Obviously, the writing is a little quirky at times, so it kind of makes some of the characters seem, not as realistic. But seeing Anakin completely change from being good to evil just in that whole movie, just that transition is just awesome. So that's by far my favorite movie. Let me know down below what your guys' favorite Star Wars movie is. Hopefully we can get a little bit of debate going on in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, guys, let me know if you like this build. If you want to see me make other Star Wars ships, let me know down below. Let me know which ones you want to see me make, and I will put it on the list. but this is definitely something I want to start doing because this was really fun to make, and I think the other ones will be really fun too. So, as always, guys, make sure you hit that like button down below. You have no idea how much that helps me out. If you want to see some exclusive time lapses and other exclusive content, guys, make sure you head down in the description to my Patreon account. For literally as low as $1 a month, you guys will get to see some awesome exclusive content that only the folks that help support me are going to get to see. Then you can take a look at my online store. That link is also going to be in the description. Get yourself some awesome Mini Bean 75 merchandise for a great price. And as always, guys, I just want to thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.